Well, I'm so glad you took the personality test, and as you now know, you're a red. I'm a red too, so that's kind of cool. So let me tell you some typical things about a red. Reds are very driven. They're very ambitious. They're very goal-oriented. Reds usually want to win. Now, there's so much. I could literally teach for hours on this. So as a red, while we want to win, a dysfunctional red will do anything to win, meaning whether it's ethical, moral, whatever, you know what I mean? So literally, people, some of them who become criminals are hard driving reds. They want lots of money and nice things, and they don't have a moral compass. So we don't want to be a dysfunctional red. A highly functioning red loves to keep score. Why are we playing a game if we're not keeping score? That's the way a red looks at it. I don't care if I'm playing checkers with my children. I remember years ago watching a special on 60 Minutes about Michael Jordan. When he was a star player and his children were little, he wouldn't let them win one game of one-on-one. He was highly competitive. That's a red. Now, that can be really, really good, right? You're very competitive. But as we go through this, understand there's good things and bad things about all these personalities. So while reds are competitive, aggressive, they're natural-born leaders. They're very good with their use of time. They make quick decisions, things like that. Reds also can be very impersonal. Reds also can be very rude. They can talk down to people. They can be arrogant. They can become very materialistic. Like they really need stuff that's expensive and has designer labels on it. And it can almost be like their material things define them. So again, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I can tell you as a red, I don't want to buy stuff unless it's got a label in it. I'm not telling you that's good, because some of the other personality people will say that watch that you paid tens of thousands of dollars for, well, you know, I got to tell you, my watch costs under $100 and it keeps time just as good. And you know what? You're right. Now, as a red, I would point out that my watch is way cooler than yours, which, again, no one's right and no one's wrong. It's just the way it is. So, again, as a highly functioning red, you like VIP treatment, but you don't demand it. A dysfunctional red would demand it. A dysfunctional red would have a sense of entitlement. You need to give me all this stuff just because, do you know who I am? So again, reds can be not so much fun. If you're dating a red, they're focused, they're intense, they're driven, which is awesome if you're trying to win a championship. But if they're driven and focused and you're their significant other, they may be so focused on what they're doing, they're not even paying attention to you. Oh yeah, Valentine's Day, whatever. We'll take care of that some other time. Oh, I'm sorry, it was your birthday. Happy birthday, honey. See, there's good and bad with each one of these personalities. So reds are awesome. I'm a red, but really, if you want to understand this stuff, I encourage you to our Living in Full Color product, where it explains dysfunctional and highly functioning in every area. And really, the biggest message of the colors is not for you to have self-discovery. It's good for you to get the information you just got. Nothing wrong with that. But what I want to know as a red is, how do I talk to yellows, blues, and greens? To me, it's like if I speak fluent English, but the other major languages in the world are Chinese, Spanish, and I don't know, pick another one. The point is, if I can speak all the major languages in the world, so virtually everyone I come in contact with, I speak their language. See, everyone wants to just speak your language and get other people to understand what you're saying, but that's not the way the world works. You want to be a great communicator, learn to speak other people's languages, and that's what Living in Full Color is really dedicated to. So if you don't get that, that's cool. At least you know some more about who you are, and I really recommend, again, come back and take the test as the years go by as many times. Sometimes people really do change who they are, but hopefully you will use Living in Full Color and you'll really master this overall program. This information for me made me a better inviter, a better presenter, a better closer, a better trainer. It made me better at everything I needed to do, because I learned how to custom fit what I was doing to the individual by speaking their language.